What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a sunny day after several cold days in a row in Chengdu. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, as promised, go see the subway, and we are gonna go somewhere else, some place where I have never been, and I'll explain it when I get there. I'm just currently walking out my community. You can see the sun, it's beautiful. So this is where I live. It's beautiful. So here, normally what I would do is I usually hop on one of these bikes. You know, for anyone who knows a little bit about China, you might have heard of this sharing economy, you know, that something like Mobike or OFO, but I don't think they're one of them, but it's similar brand. So what do you need to do? All you have to do is just scan the QR code here, and because I already bought the monthly membership card, so I get to ride it for free for at least a month. So let's do this. Okay, I'm riding a bike now. I'm riding a bike to the subway station. So when I was a kid, because technically I'm living in a suburban area, not very close to downtown. So when I was a kid, if I wanted to go to downtown, I need to find the bus, then transfer to another bus. Anyway, it's gonna take probably 2 hours to get there. Not very convenient. But now, all I have to do is just take a bike for probably 5 minutes to get to the subway station, and overall I think it's gonna take less than half an hour to get to downtown. But today we're not going to downtown. Where we're going, you'll see when we get there. So I'm gonna turn it off because it's not very safe for me to film in this while on a bike. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So I just arrived at the subway station, but there's something embarrassing because I forgot to bring the mask with me. So because there's a rule in subway that you have to wear a mask to enter the subway. It's awkward. Let me see if I can find a way around this.
A few moments later.
So problem solved. I entered the subway station and asked the lady who works at the counter. So I asked her where I could buy the mask, and she's very kind. She just gave me a mask for free. So lesson learned, you gotta wear a mask if you want to enter the subway, even though there's nearly no domestic cases in Chengdu, but we'll have to follow the rules in order to keep it that way. So that's a lesson I learned. Okay, now where I'm at is at the subway line 9. The 9th subway line, which is the driverless subline, because there's no driver at the front carriage, so the passenger get to see the front view, which you normally don't get to see in other subway line, which is very cool. I'm trying to get to the end of the this platform, so I can hop on the front carriage to see the view. Okay, now I'm inside the subway now. Normally this compartment will be very crowded, but now it's not. At this particular hour, there are not many people here. So I'm gonna show you the front view right now. See, this is what you get to see at the front compartment. It's like traveling through a wormhole here. It's like traveling through time, which is awesome. And normally there will be a lot of people crowding out here filming the view, but at this particular hour, it's fortunate that I get to see this without many people pushing me around. Alright, I'm getting off now. This is my destination. Hello, welcome back. As you can see, I'm currently at this road. It's called Greenway, Tianfu Greenway. I've never been to this place before, but I'm gonna show you something. This is a wetland park. It's called Zhonghe Wetland Park. It still haven't been fully developed yet. You know, you can see a lot of construction sites over here. A lot of land is still waiting to be developed. And you can see from in the distance here, there's a huge building over there. It's called Global Center. I'm gonna go there and take a look at it. All right, guys, I'm almost here. This is a good spot now. I'm gonna stop for a bit. So what I'm gonna show you next is the single largest building in the world. So behold, the Global Center over here. I'm not sure about now, but I'm sure it used to be the largest single building in the world, along with the, next thing you can think of is probably the Pentagon in US. So along with the Pentagon, Global Center, this building in Chengdu is one of the largest single buildings in the world, which is amazing. As you can see, I'm zooming in, there's an Intercontinental Hotel, and there's some department stores, Lotte from Lotte Group, the Korean group, some amusement park, a movie theater, and water park, things like that. It's a huge shopping mall. I'm pretty sure they're using this building for some other purposes, but I probably need to do a full research before I can tell you. So like I said before, this area a few years ago, this area was like underdeveloped. Now it has been completely changed. It's very dynamic, full of energy here. So this part of the area is like used to be how do you say it, outskirts of Chengdu, the south part of Chengdu. Now it's been developed into like some kind of a financial center. Like it's also famous for its technology and incubation center. A lot of innovation happening over here. A lot of young people with talent, with innovative talent, are working here. A lot of entrepreneurs with entrepreneur spirit are starting their business here. Yeah, this area is like brand new. It amazed me even as a Chengdu local. Well, probably because I've been away from Chengdu for a few years. This level of change, this development is jaw-dropping to me personally, at least. All right, let's go. All right, guys. So finally, the final thing I'm going to show you today is basically the reason why I chose to come to this place called Zhonghe Wetland Park. Here we go. It's this house. Some of you might be familiar with this if you follow one of the TV shows recently in China. So the reason why I chose to come here is because I've been trying to find this house for quite some time. Because I've been following this TV show a few months ago. It's called in Chinese it's called 心动的信号. In English it's called Hot Signal. So what this show is about is it's a reality show actually. So they are trying to find 4 gentlemen and 4 ladies who are total strangers. They don't know each other before they come to this house. So what they are supposed to do is that they are supposed to move in to this house and live together for I think 21 days or 1 month, something like that. And during this time, they need to like interact with each other, get to know each other. And every night, for example, a lady is supposed to send a text to a gentleman, and vice versa. If he or she has this kind of particular feeling towards, other person, if you like her, if she likes him, you're supposed to send the text to him and letting him know that, oh, I'm interested in you. Well, I'm kind of seeking for, the possibility in terms of having some kind of like relationship or something, which is quite appealing to, young viewers in China these days. This show, in Chengdu, this show is the 3rd season of this show, and first 2 is in Beijing and Shanghai. Now this time they chose to shoot it in Chengdu. So basically that's why I got so interested in it, and I've been trying to locate this spot. Today I finally get to come here and share with you guys the view. Well, because the property has been rented out by a third party, someone else, so I'm not allowed to come any closer to shoot, just to observe what's inside. So, but I'm pretty sure it has been emptied. So yeah, I hope you can enjoy the view from the distance. It's actually quite beautiful. All right, guys. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about something else. So basically, I want to further explain a little bit why I wanted to create this channel and share my life and share the stuff about my city with you guys. Well, as you can see that I'm a Chinese. I was born and raised here. It's a beautiful city. And I also stayed some time in the US. I also traveled around the world some when I was young. Well, I'm still young actually. So a few years ago, I traveled around the world. I like to practice my English and interact with people from all over the world. To get to know their perspective about some particular thing. And from that kind of experience, I quite enjoyed that experience. I get to know some amazing people from all over the world. Some strangers I was never supposed to meet if I wasn't able to speak English. So I kind of treasure my kind of advantage or ability in that regard. So I've always wanted to, to be someone who can, explain or have a meaningful conversation about, something they don't know, but I know, because of the fact that I'm Chinese. As you can see, there's been some quite, the world has been so divided these days. Not only in a particular country, but also in the whole world. So when I was doing my MBA last year, I had a conversation with one of my best friends. He's an American, about some, job searching and what kind of job do you want or what's your advantage or something like that. So he asked me, "Oh, Jeremy, what do you think your advantages, your biggest advantages?" I paused because the friend of mine, that he is quite of a, he's a funny guy and full of sarcasm, like typical American. But not very often like he will have a serious conversation with me about something. And I paused, but because I didn't know how to answer that question, and he told me, well, I didn't remember the exact word, but the main idea is because I speak both languages fluently, I get to interact with people with different backgrounds more easily. So I think your advantage is that your ability to connect with different people with different background, with different culture. So you can sort of bridge the gap and get different parties to work together, even though they have disagreement that is not easy to resolve. Things like that. So that was not the first time I've heard something like that, because some foreign friends would usually say, "Oh, Jeremy, your English is kind of good," and I didn't take that seriously because it's usually a casual conversation. But this time, a funny guy, an American, who told me in a serious way that this is your advantage, that means a lot to me actually. So I've been thinking, well, maybe I can actually do this especially during this time. It's this era of conflict and misunderstanding. It's kind of necessary for someone to want to be a mediator. So anyway, that becomes one of my motives to be someone like that. And another thing I want to mention is that during my MBA study, I was doing a case competition. I was supposed to do a case competition with my teammates about a topic that is, that involves social media. So basically, the topic is about the filter bubble or echo chamber caused by social media platform. This kind of initiative, it was started by an American guy called Tristan Harris, who used to work in Google. So the main idea is that because of the social media's tremendous power and because of this so-called attention economy, this big tech giant are trying to grab your attention by feeding you information that you're interested in. Therefore, they kind of also cause this kind of filter bubble or echo chamber, where you only get the information that you kind of agree with or interested in, rather than get information from a different side. But because of that, people are getting polarized. The world is getting polarized. Sorry, I changed my spot here. So following what I said before, so the filter bubble, when it comes to filter bubble, you would think that, well, because you have some certain kind of opinion, well, the opposite opinion has been filtered out because of social media. But what interesting is, when it comes to certain country, like my country, this term called filter bubble doesn't apply. So the reason is because there seems to be a kind of tacit consensus in Western world that what a certain country do, because this country is inherently not good, and what this country does will not be good. And so the information will be overwhelmingly consistently not good, which is quite shocking for me personally. So I realized it's not a question about filter bubble or echo chamber. It's more of like because of the scarcity of voice of other people like me, like the local. So that's why I wanted to provide this kind of opinion, whether you agree with me or not. This is how I feel. This is what I think of certain things. You probably want to ask me why you? Why do you think you can do this? Well, I don't think I can. Quite frankly, I don't think this video will get viewed by many people. But I just want to be a contributive factor to this kind of endeavor to provide different opinion, even though you don't necessarily agree with it. I want it to exist in especially in Western world, because you don't normally see this. And it's not like I'm a foreigner to do a travel vlog in China, or I'm a foreigner who has been in China for quite some time and who can speak a little bit Chinese and just naturally become a China expert. I'm not one. I'm not ABC. I'm not American-born Chinese. I'm not CBC. I'm not Canadian-born Chinese. I'm not British-born Chinese. I'm not from Hong Kong. I'm not from Taiwan. I am Chinese. I am, the so-called brainwashed Chinese. So at the end of the day, what I want to show you guys is that it's very simple. I want to show the beautiful side of my city, of my hometown. I don't want to touch any heavy stuff or sensitive stuff. I'm no expert in that regard. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm one of them. And for some of you who want to know about China from a local's perspective, you're more than welcome to, follow this channel, and I will probably, I will definitely be more encouraged to do more video like this. And for some of you who have this kind of preconceived notion that this brainwashed Chinese is just producing propaganda video, well, I got nothing to say to you. I mean, be my guest. Think whatever you want. I mean, what else could someone like me possibly do, right? A brainwashed Chinese with some kind of English skill. What else can you do other than that? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to convince you or talk you into believing something I'm showing you. I just want to say, if you are curious about China and want to know about China, my video hopefully can get you more intrigued, and hopefully someday you can come to this land yourself and experience yourself and have your own opinion about this country or about this city yourself. And for those of you who are, firmly believe that this country is inherently not good, I'm not trying to convince you anything. It's like me trying to convince you, me trying to talk you into believing something is like someone trying to turn California into a red state, or someone trying to turn Texas into a blue state. I mean, why bother? Even Tom Cruise will say that's mission impossible. So rest assured, I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just, a Chinese local who want to share with others my city. Simple as that. And you don't have to question my credibility, because you don't have to suspect that I might be funded or paid by a third party, like you suspect some foreign travelers or foreign vloggers. Nothing is more natural, nothing is more spontaneous than a Chinese local trying to share good stuff about his own city or hometown with the rest of the world. I'm just totally self-motivated. I'm not trying to achieve anything here. Quite frankly, I'm trying to do this only when I have time. So hopefully I can get myself explained. And for some of you who are interested in this, I hope you can join this and continue following the video I might be doing in the future. And at the end of the day, I just want to say welcome to China. Hopefully someday. All right, peace out.